This has to happen as soon as possible, because with every passing day, what we're seeing is an increase in communal tensions that really risk ripping the country apart and spilling over into other countries in the region. So there's tremendous urgency, which is why we are engaged every single day in supporting efforts by the African Union, by others, engaging directly ourselves to try to bring people together to actually start talking.
Many people have called for Prime Minister Abiy to be stripped of the Nobel Peace Prize. What's your view on that?
Well, those kinds of decisions are up to the Nobel Committee, but that's really not the issue. I think the issue now is, and as the duly elected leader of the country, for the Prime Minister to play the role that is so vital, which is to try to bring the country together and to, again, end the violence and deal with the profound differences that have emerged over the last year. And also to make sure that people are getting the help and assistance they need. That's his responsibility as the leader of the country, but it's also incumbent upon everyone else involved to do the same thing, to engage in good faith. There's no military solution to the challenges in Ethiopia. None of the different combative parties can prevail by military means. That's a path to destruction for the country and misery for the people of Ethiopia, who deserve a lot better. So I hope that all of the leaders, starting with, again, the leader of the country, the Prime Minister, will do that, bring people together, and work through these problems politically.
All right, so Stephanie, the Biden administration seems to be taking a very different approach than the Trump administration when it comes to Africa. So explain, how is it different, and how is that change being received there?
Yes, you're right, Kim. During this trip, Secretary Blinken announced a U.S.-Africa summit, a date which we don't know yet, but many are saying that it signals an intention to really boost cooperation between African countries and US, where for so long African leaders have been saying it's been an unequal partnership. They have not been treated as equals, and they have looked to China. Everywhere you look on the continent, you can see a sign of China's huge influence with huge infrastructure projects. So many are saying it's about time that the US is signaling strong intention to bring partnership and cooperation on this continent. And Nigeria's foreign minister actually said during a press conference with Secretary Blinken that they feel like an attractive bride with many suitors who are bringing many gifts, and they are going to take as much as they can from these suitors. So it's really a powerful position for Africa to be in right now, and being recognized as a major geopolitical player. Kim.
Yeah, I thought that was a colorful quote for sure when I read that. Stephanie Busari, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
This event was meant to be a place where security agencies and NGOs could come together, but it started with accusations.
Amnesty International is here, and I won't mince words. Amnesty International have been issuing reports on human rights abuses in Nigeria since I was a baby, probably before I joined the police force. But go and ask them. Amnesty International cannot point to one positive change they've been able to achieve. That's it. So every day you sit back, you write a report, you issue them, you quote you quote sources that you cannot mention their names. You don't even reach out to the organization that you are reporting on. You don't cross-check your facts, and you release this report. Year in, year out, you release this report, and yet you are not seeing any change. You need to retrace your steps and ask yourself, what am I doing that I'm not doing well?
Amnesty is a partner for government and for governance. And this idea of Amnesty being against government, that narrative needs to be shelved. It's an old tactic that will not serve any of us, and I truly believe that. Also, to clarify in terms of the methodology that we use, there's absolutely no report that Amnesty releases that we do not invite the state to give with the preliminary findings and to give us information about what they are doing.
Civil society groups and security agencies are often at loggerheads. Security forces believe these organizations inflame unrest.
When you look at that and you compare it to a democracy where you have shrinking space now, where even when the civil society are talking, it's like somebody wants to hold your mouth. It is to say that the office of the citizen is the biggest office in the land. And that means power belongs to the people. And their contribution is not in a selfish bit. There's so many things that we have done, we have complained about.
CSOs are not enemies of the Department of State Services. They are critical stakeholders. That is how we describe them, and that is how and what we take them for. Critical and oftentimes strategic stakeholders. Please, we want to be friends. Synergize with you more. At the end of this program, if there is anything you feel you want us to know, please do not hesitate to oblige us the report. We can sit down and diffuse areas of disagreement.
But the groups say they are fighting for a just society and want the government to be more responsive to human rights concerns.
The role of a citizen in a nation is to demand accountability, is to contribute to national development, and is to question things when things go wrong. And I think our partners from the security, it's easy for them to make certain allegations because the state in its nature does not like opposition or dissent. That is why the state is set up, right? The state does not want you to question it. It wants you to agree with it.
It's hard to imagine these two sides ever fully seeing eye to eye. But if they can work together, even a little, Nigerians will surely feel the benefits.